What up, boys, with CR here to welcome you to another history video. Today we'll be talking about a pretty hardworking dude who's sadly lived one tragedy to the next. Everything being kicked off by taking the fall for his father's murder. Welcome to the history of Eddy Gordo. How he was created. Eddy Gordo was created through Masahiro Kimoto, who commissioned an unknown artist to design a female capoeirista for Tekken 3 in 1997. The artist ended up deeming the female character as too much of a challenge, so he ended up creating Eddy instead, which Kimoto later mentioned that Eddy ended up as his favorite character from Tekken 3 because of the challenges his character design went through. Maestro Marcelo Pereira was the one to do the motion capture for Eddy's moves, being a real-life capoeira master. During development, he ended up hurting himself and said he was only able to perform at 20% during the rest of recording. Pereira later mentioned that Eddy wasn't really a Brazilian name, being a Brazilian character, and that in Portuguese, Gordo meant fat. Eddy's look. Like many other characters throughout anime and video games, Eddy doesn't really see a big change to his outfit, as through almost all games he's in, he wears the same one. The main outfit is itself a representation of Brazil through the use of the colors of Brazil's flag. He gets a change of pace, however, in Tekken 7, where he dons a more designer street clothes look with a jaguar printed shirt, with jaguars being a native animal to Brazil. Personality. Eddy is another pretty straightforward character, which his backstory best explains. Essentially, Eddy lived a pretty decent life, being known as an extremely hard worker until one day, his father is unexpectedly murdered. His last words are telling Eddy to take the fall for his murder so he can stay safe in jail due to his father investigating a drug cartel in Brazil. He went to jail when he was 19 and vowed revenge on his father's murders. He stayed in jail for 8 years, where he met his master, who taught him how to be an excellent capoeirista. The only thing his master wanted in return was for Eddy to teach his granddaughter what he learned after Eddy left jail, to which Eddy upheld his promise and taught Christy Montero the art of capoeira. When he isn't dealing with that shenanigans, he is a pretty cool-headed dude who is extremely kind, even creating a school to teach other kids the art. Abilities. The way to play as Eddy is through unpredictability, varying his moveset through the various kinds of kicks that can come through at multiple angles, as well as throwing in punches to further the unpredictability. An extremely aggressive fighter that is, again, grounded more in reality, so he doesn't have any crazy abilities to make note of, besides being a strong and capable capoeirista. Games he's been in. Eddy's first outing was in Tekken 3 in 1997 for PS1. His following playable appearances were in Tekken 4 for PS2 in 2001, Tekken 5 for PS2 in 2004, Tekken 6 for PS3, PSP, and Xbox 360 in 2007, and Tekken 7 for PS4, Xbox One, and PC in 2015. The spin-off titles he's been in are Tekken Tag Tournament, Tekken 3D, and Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Voice actors. Eddy has had 3 English VAs, 1 Japanese VA, and 1 Portuguese VA. His first English voice actor for Tekken 5, also providing grunts for 6 and 7, was Marcus Lawrence. Roger Craig Smith voiced him in the cinematics for the 6th game, with other roles he's had being Deidara throughout Naruto Shippuden, Jetstorm and Slipstream in Transformers Robots in Disguise, and Thomas in Regular Show. His last English VA was DC Douglas in Street Fighter X Tekken. He's also voiced Ryusuke in the 2021 Shaman King, Kamoshida in Persona 5, and Raven in Tekken 5, 6, and Tag Tournament. His Portuguese VA for Tekken Tag Tournament 2 is sadly uncredited, but his Japanese VA for Street Fighter X Tekken was Kenta Miyake. Some voices he realized are Scar in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Vector the Crocodile since Sonic Heroes, and Psycho Black in Power Rangers. Extra info. He has a pretty small role in the live-action movie, being played by Lateef Crowder, where he just gets beaten by Raven. Wildly, they never had Eddy speak in his endings, all the way until Tekken Tag Tournament 2, with speculation that Christie was supposed to completely replace him, but due to his popularity from fans as well as possibly Masahiro Komodo, he continued being in the series. Like Christie, Eddy is still mostly a side character, even though he gets more involved with the main stuff of the series more. Hopefully one day he ends up finding peace for his father's death, most likely ending in Eddy just absolutely kicking Kazuya's ass due to him ordering the kill, but until then, I hope you enjoyed, and see you next video.